Hi guys, I've just been on eBay and I'm right. There are differences on the proof coins. I typed in 2021 proof sets. They're hard to work out when they're in sets because people are not showing both sides. But when I typed in 2021 proof coins, it's a different thing. And I'm telling you now, right, it's right of a doubt that that alone, okay, this alone, the security feature, are all different positions. Do it. You got to do it yourself, guys. Don't take what I'm saying. Don't take what I'm saying as gospel. Check it out for yourselves. It's a disgrace. How many? I've been there. What? 15 minutes. Because you got to do it in a certain manner. Because you need to keep your original search. Because it's done like that. And each time you view a different coin, it opens up a new page. You can't do it from an open page to another open page. You have to keep going back to the original search and clicking like that. Sometimes it gets a bit on your wick, as it did with me, because all I wanted to see was different versions, and I've seen two different versions, one close up, one about there in the middle, and then of course my own. So they're all under proof headings, and all I can say is do it. Search, guys. Ask them questions. Not that you need to open questions, but I'm amazed. I am totally, utterly amazed. Oh dear, the Royal Mint is going to have a problem because the more people realise this, the more they're being duped. The more you'll know that this is all engineered. And if you paid for a coin, like when I had mine up, what was it? The house, the Great Fire of London, £2 coin. Um, people don't understand what I'm trying to get through. Not that I put it on eBay, I've got to say, because you'd be putting people off. But when you're paying large amounts of money for something, and then it makes you even wonder whether um, coin auction sites know this as well. I suggest not. There are so many things that could be different. Oh, and the other thing is this to that. They're all different. The world's your oyster. You can study the coin that you've got if it's definitely proof and you can say it. You have 100% case of getting your money back, at least. Uh, because you're not getting a proof coin. You're only getting a coin that's produced as a proof. Doesn't mean to say that it's going to be. Doesn't mean to say that it's not going to be the same as any other coin, because I can tell you now it's not. So what are you paying for? I think it's time for the government to own up. It cannot produce proof coins that are all the same. I don't know what else to say to you guys. Check it out yourself. Don't take my word for it. Check it out yourself. Like I say, it's the same in stamps. It's all engineered. Totally amazing. This was the reason I stopped collecting stamps. When I searched a bloke online who was doing this, trying to bring fakery to light to discredit these people. But he's wrong. He's wrong. So wrong. But there you go. He stopped me from collecting stamps, I tell you. And it's you can't do it on your own. You need people to check against people and their coins. And if you're bold enough to send them emails asking for them to back up what you would be what you would be saying, get together, take them to court, take the woman to court because it's lies. You see, I wonder if the people that do quality control actually know what they're looking for. I know. Sorry, I'm sucking on something to make my mouth better. I'm only concentrating on the security feature to prove this is happening. You can look at something else. You could look at the trunk of the neck. The wording is going to be harder to prove because of the shape of the coin. Although I'm saying that, and that's not strictly true, doesn't matter about the shape of the coin. Um, because they should still be all the same. Total utter joke, guys. Total utter joke. I'm not gonna put up. I could do that in actual fact. I could put up people's item numbers. But I'm still wondering whether I'd leave myself open for defamation. No, you've got to search for yourself, guys. I'm not getting involved in that. Putting up item numbers or so forth. Anything that identifies something that's different. You're going to have to look yourself. If you know someone who's got a coin set, check it. Check it. Or just do what I've just done and put in £1 proof 2021 coins. Just put that in eBay, search, and just flick through. And I can't believe in 15 minutes that I found two. Oh, it's so laughable. I'm a weird guy, really. I've got to say, I'm weird because once I get the bit between my teeth, I can't let it go. Pardon me. And like I say, this goes right back to all these old coins. Oh, blimey. Um, I don't know. I'm just so glad that I never gave up collecting coins. And I wonder how long this goes back to with the £1 coins. Because I suppose it doesn't actually mean that it's a 2021 coin problem. It's probably all of them, the whole lot, since the £1 coin came into production. So the world is your oyster. If you collect sets and your name is on the Royal Mint website as an account, and you've done things honestly, and you found out from eBay that other sets are different to yours, then you haven't bought a proof set. I'm sure the Royal Mint will come out with all these excuses. It really does need lots of people attacking them. And again, it would come back to the thing: how would you interpret a proof set? See, I'm letting them. I'm loading the Royal Mint's gun because these are the questions that they would give answer to yours. A proof set doesn't mean that your coin is going to be exactly the same as someone else's. Well, then it's not a proof set, is it? But that's the argument that would be thrown at you. because what they will say, no, I'm not going to say anything like that, because if someone watches this, I'm I'm leading them to how they could discredit you. You got to do it yourself and find out. Um, it's actually the same as misstrikes, if you see what I mean, because each coin is different. Some have got it, some haven't. But at least those coins have been in circulation. The difference with proof sets and mint sets and all the rest of it, they haven't been in circulation. That's all engineered. At least that's the way I interpret it. Um, so all this stuff, axis changes and the £2, the, the head should be, if you change it round, it should be under a certain part of the coin. It's all rubbish. Um, and I really don't know what to say. I've done my bit by bringing this to your attention on YouTube, and it's up to you to do it. I mean, could you sell this as a story to the newspaper? I think so. I really do. Um, could you get in touch with a friend that's got a set that you know of, and then ask him, this is what's got to be done. Um, it's beyond mind-boggling. To see, I can see, yeah, I know the arguments they're going to throw up back at you, because they're going to say, no, I'm not saying it. It's up to you guys. I've done a little bit. I was going to do. I was prepared to do more in time. I was expecting to do at least like 2 to 3 hours, but to pick up 2 coins straight away, it's incredible. It's incredible, and that's on the security feature alone. You know, um, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. I suppose really I've got to look at it just the way that I've gone through this, um, all this stuff, and it's been a learning curve for me as well. Um, it's just so disappointing. Okay, no, Caesar, no, whichever way I go, I mustn't do this for you, because I'm going to give the Royal Mint answers, how they can answer it. and I'm sure they would anyway, whether I say anything or not. But to think, to what really what really I'm struggling with is there's no difference between a proof set and a coin set or coins that are in circulation, because I keep coming back to this fact that it's engineered. It's engineered to be this way. So, in a court of law, you've got, it's a crime. Really, when you think about it, it's false. It's a crime. They can't even produce proof coins with mistakes. Oh, jeez, what? It's God, and I know if well, I like to say I've been through this with stamps, um, and as a collective, topical um, collector, um, in my naivety as well in collecting stamps, when I was with a forum, pardon me, about stamps, and the information you get is some people really know their stuff. I mean, it's incredible. I wish I could retain um, information like these guys can do. Um, it's just, I suppose, really, you've got to find your um, your niche, what you're going to collect. Um, if you stick to, like, say, uh, £1 coins and study them and question um, people who are supposed to be nice. That's not what I meant to say. Um, and you've collected a coin that you're not going to have an error on it. I'm trying to get these words into perspective. It's just the way my mind works. It's because there's no meaning to it. There's no meaning to it other than the fact that I keep coming back to this word engineered. I mean, we're not going back so far away, are we, in time? Um, I don't know when proof sets started. I suppose they must go back to something like the 1950s, maybe. Sets of coins rather than individual coins. That's the way I think you've got to look at this. Um, well, I'm going to go and have a snooze, and I'm sure I'm going to have happy dreams. um, there's nothing else I can do but just to tell you to, if you've got a proof set, mint set, or whatever set, check it up on eBay. Look at the total difference of coins that you're seeing under a proof heading or whatever, and maybe what I'm telling you is just you're not concerned about it really. Um, but if you take on board everything I've just said, what is the point of collecting in sets anyway? Because you're going to get the same coin in circulated condition if you catch it early enough. I mean, a proof set to me, in words or labels, means that you're going to get a coin that's entirely correct. Uh, yeah, I can't expand upon that. It depends on what your expectations are of a proof set. That's that's the best way I can put it. Your expectations of a proof set. What do you determine as a proof coin? And that's about, yeah. I can't put it any other way. I suppose what you could do is, the trouble is it's going to take time if you do it the other way I'm about to do it. If you can find like 20, 20 nine, no, hang on, 20 times 2021 coins, and they're all different. So what's the difference with a proof set? What exactly? There's no difference, is there? You might as well just have a coin that's been in circulated condition. Because if you're buying a set of coins because it's free of imperfections, what do you determine to be an imperfection? I, I don't know. All I know is if I had bought a set of coins, the mint sets of 2021 are up in the 200s, well, near enough 300, 270 odd pounds. Um, or whatever you would pay for a single coin, like I did with the Britannias. You know, I was paying on average £4 a coin. Um, and my drive was solely to prove that these coins, no matter which way you go, they're all different. Proof sets to circulate sets, they're all different. Oh, it beggars belief. And they need to be challenged. They need to be challenged. Well, I mean, because you tell me then what you determine to be a fake. You know, do you see what I mean? Do you understand that? It's what determines a fake coin. A fake coin is someone who's producing a coin that's different from the coins that are in circulation. So, what's a fake coin? Because the Royal Mint are doing it themselves. They're pumping out different versions of coins, making money on it. The only thing they're doing is providing a nice little box set, um, all the little bits and bobs they like the premium. Is that really what you want in a coin set? No, it isn't. Well, that's my opinion, I suppose. It's not a fact. It's my opinion. Um, if what I'm showing you today over this 2021 pound coin is not enough to tell you what I'm saying is true, and I'm not trying to load my perception. If your perception is not what I'm talking about it, if you're happy with what you've got, then you're happy with what you got. That's fine. But that's about the limitation of it. Are you happy that you've got a coin that's nothing like what other people have got? So where's the point? Did you see? Does it make any sort of sense out of this? I'm sure as heck. I am sure as heck if I bought a coin set for 279 quid and then I found another coin set that was completely different on one part of the coin only, would I be happy? No, I wouldn't. A proof set to me is a set that has no imperfections, right? Well, if you've got two coins of the same year and they're different, is that not an imperfection? And you can muck about with, when you're doing this, you can muck about with words or labels. And the point of the matter is, nothing is the same. All these arguments from people who think they know what they're talking about, they don't. It's I don't know. On my mind, I'm going to go back for a snooze because I'm really this this 2 hours has drained me. It really completely drained me. So all I'm going to say is, guys, look online. You don't have to use eBay. You can go to any site, any site at all, and check it out. It's easy enough to do. At least you haven't spent hours and hours on end going through all this stuff to work it out. And the amount of money I spent on Britannia coins to prove the point, you know. I mean, I'm glad I did it because it's proved what I'm talking about is true. No matter how you twist it, no matter how someone twists it, be it a company or not, fact is fact. I'd love to know, in actual fact, you could go online and see what the word proof actually means. Put in search engine what is the difference between a proof set and a mint set. That's the only way you could do it. I'm certainly going to pay a trip to the library. But there must be a way. You know, it's like as I've just had with stamps. What it says is only buy coins from reputable dealers. Well, you tell me what a reputable dealer is then. He's someone that's selling the same coins from the Royal Mint. Is that not how you would identify a reputable dealer? If he was selling coins of different grades, is that not just a peddling label? No, I'm sorry. because that is the case. A reputable person is only someone's knowledge, and a reputable person who's selling coins without that knowledge is dealing. So that's why it's a dealer. I'm so happy. I know I don't sound like it, but I'm knackered. But I'm so happy that I've done this because I've proved the point. And I feel sorry for people that spent out all this dough. I mean, a 4-year-old coin that exhibits the same things that were different to other coins in the same year. And like I say, we're talking about the security feature here. Oh, anyway, guys, I'm off to bed. Give myself a break. I'm glad I've done this. I will pursue in doing the pound coins. Simply because I'm if you know I'm going to pick apart. I'm going to pick apart exactly what I'm saying on one of the premises of what coins are, and that's the weight. The Royal Mint stipulation is that a coin should be 8.75, and if it's not, that is a fake. Well, if that's the case, then all my coins that are different are fakes. Do you see what I mean? Because that's the next thing I'm going to go to. I've proved it totally by the security feature. Now I would go and do it through the weight, and then you could do it by the dimensions and so forth. So even circulated coins, you're going to find the same thing. So if you was let's say the Royal Mint opens its doors and you're first in, and you buy so many coins from them. You buy a bag of I don't know what pound coins come in. Let's say if you've got a £500 bag of £1 coins, and then you take them and put them in piles under the headings. Yeah, you're gonna have the same thing. You're gonna have, like I did with okay. Let's take the 2016 coins I just done, and the vast differences. Hang on a minute. The vast differences. One at 8.88 grams. It's supposed to be 8.75. I've got 3 of 883 grams. I've got 1 of 382 grams. I've got 2 of 381 grams. 2 at 880 grams. 3 at 379 grams. And it goes on and on. Oh, sorry, yeah, look. You can see my bit of paper. I'm sorry about my writing because that's only because I've got one hand. But there you go, look. And I can go on. Let's go the other way. I've got 875, 874, 870, 866. I mean, 866 from 75, from 875. That's incredible. Oh dear, oh dear. This is what I did last night. No, the night before last night. Sorry, I didn't do anything last night. Because it was hot. It was so a nice warm day, so I was a bit worn out. But yeah. So what's the crack on that? 888 to its lowest of 866. And let's count that. So it's 1, 4, 5, 9, 12, 15, 15, 17, 21, 23, 24, 25. That's 25 coins, and only one is the correct weight. When I did this review a couple of days ago, and I had three, I think it was, that was 275 grams, that was done on an uneven surface. This is done on a proper flat surface. So I've only got one, I've only got four that are 375 out of whatever the total was I just said. Of all those coins, I've only got four that are proper weight. And that's what my next job, the next video I was going to do for you. To discuss that. To give a proposal of leeway that your scales might be slightly out, that, as I say before, it's on a velvet top. You need a completely flat, when you're talking about this finery in weight. 882, 83. You can, I'm sure, the Royal Mint would welcome a leeway of 0.13. They would lap that up and say, "Oh yes, yeah, that can happen. That can happen." But as to go the other way, no, that can't happen. It shouldn't happen. Anything over 7.5 shouldn't happen, because, well, no, that's not true. Because you've got to make leeway for dirt, scratches, pieces of metal gone from the coin. I mean, the older the coin, you could say that the leeway should be more. And if I sent those two coins in, 888 to 866, that's a big leeway, because you're talking 875, 13 grams. No, it's not grams, it's tens, 20. It's tens, hundreds, and thousands, isn't it? Thousandths. The more you go away from the decimal point, that's getting harder to tell. But looking at this, you've got 13 above and 11 below. divided by whatever what I just said, and that's how you determine to make a educated um, leeway. But you certainly can't do that with fakes because there's no such thing. As I'm proving here, there's no such thing when you come into fakes. And we come back to that exact same principle. If the Ramen are knocking them out as proof coins with that vast difference, they're knocking out fakes. That's what it boils down to. I mean, I wonder what people who collect gold coins, if you buy a gold coin and it's supposed to be a certain weight and it's under, they would scream, wouldn't they? Because your grammage in gold is so precise. Why should you lose a gram or so, or a tenth or a hundredth of a gram? So, well, because you're being conned, aren't you? If you buy a coin that's supposed to be a certain weight because it's a valuable metal, and it's not, then you've been sold a duff on, haven't you? Because I suggest there's no leeway. Well, you're not going to mind it if it's upper, if it's 13, whatever it is, that's in your favour. But as soon as you go below, that's not in your favour, is it? Same principle. Um, uh, yeah, so you've got to add up all the coins that you've got. Each one in its category of it missing, like 388, 383, 382, 381, 380. And its value, I suppose. It doesn't have to be value, it can be anything else, really. Um, but I'm sure that's the way you would do it. Once you've counted and done this, you're on the right lines for circulated coins. Don't ask me about um, gold and that, because there should be definitely no difference with those coins. Gold, silver, platinum. I mean, because you're taking away the value. Doesn't matter if it's a plus, does it? Only if it's a minus. You're gonna moan. Right, that's it. I'm definitely off now, guys. Um, go back to studying your um, eBay and see if you can find what I found. Bye, guys.